Today is 87 days until Christmas. 87. And let's try that again. Hello crafters, and welcome back to 100 Days Till Christmas Crafts. It is 87 days away from Christmas now, and today we are talking jar gifts. Jar gifts are so versatile. There's so many things you can put in a mason jar that just makes it look so much cuter. I have seen mason jars with lotions and lip glosses all piled in there. It's adorable. Or with things that are already cooked, like brownies, small cookies. It looks so much cuter in a jar with a little decoration on top. Today we are going to do shake and pour buttermilk pancakes and chicken noodle soup. And I don't know about you, but every time I go to one of those festivals or vendor events and they have the packages of seasonings for dips or soups and things like that, I always want them all. But they get pricey and expensive. This is a really cute way to stretch your budget and still give something very thoughtful and something that looks really nice to a friend of yours, to a neighbor, to a teacher, whatever it may be. This is something I would love to receive, and I think a lot of people would too. So let's get right into it, and I will show you as we go the ingredients and how much we need of each one. Let's go. Of course, you just start by opening up your jar and preparing your ingredients. It's going to be 5 bouillon cubes or 3 tablespoons of chicken bouillon granules, and then 1 teaspoon garlic powder and 1 teaspoon dill weed and 1 teaspoon celery seed and 3 tablespoons dry minced onion. Once you get all the ingredients in the bottom of the jar, just put the lid on and give it a good shake to mix them all up together. And lastly, you'll add 2 cups of dry egg noodles. I went on ahead and put 2.5 in there because I really like my chicken noodle soup noodly. The instructions I add to the jar later says to add 2.5 cups mixed vegetables and 2 cups cooked chicken to the ingredients. Then I just used a scrap piece of fabric and placed it under my lid, just cut around it to give it a cute little flare, a dress, if you will. There's so many cute ways that you could decorate a jar. Then I used a sticky label and just wrote chicken noodle soup and decorated it up a little bit, cut it out, and placed it on the front. Next, for the pancake mix, you take 1.5 cups flour, and I used a funnel. It didn't go very well through the funnel. I ended up getting a chopstick to kind of push it through, but it was less messy than me trying to put it in without a funnel. And then 3 tablespoons sugar and 1.5 tablespoons baking powder, 3/4 tablespoon baking soda, and 1/4 teaspoon salt. I also use 6 tablespoons powdered milk. And if you would like to put powdered egg in, you would do 2 teaspoons, and on your instructions, you would instruct them to leave the 1 egg out. I wrote shake and pour on another label and placed it on the front of my jar. And then I decorated the top just like I did the other one. My jar's kind of like dresses. Then I printed out the instructions for both recipes, and I did that on a sticky label as well. You could do it however you chose, and I stuck it on some colored construction paper or cardstock. I cut that out and used a hole punch to punch a hole in it, and then I strung some jute cord through it and tied it around my jars. I just trimmed up that jute cord, make it look a little better. And there are my 2 jar gifts. It was a lot of fun to make, and I can't wait to give it to someone. Happy crafting!